Hey, it's Jules from Radio Now 100.9 here for Inspire Her. We have a very special guest with us today, Miss Tate McRae.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain. Where are you at currently?
I'm in LA at rehearsal currently. That's why I have this weird curtain behind me.
At rehearsal, can you say for what?
Not yet, but I can say what it'll be for. It'll be really cool, I promise.
Okay, I cannot wait to find out. So this whole pandemic has probably just been so crazy for you. So you're 17 and your song just blew up and you probably really haven't even had a chance to go out and perform in front of actual people, have you?
No, it's been the strangest experience. I mean, I feel like I've been doing so many things but not doing anything because everything's been like almost there but not. So it's like the weirdest feeling. And it's hard to explain because so many amazing things are happening, but it sometimes just like doesn't feel like it. But it's crazy. It's very weird.
And You Broke Me First, that went platinum, right?
Yeah, that was insane. The coolest moment.
So when you put that song out, did you have any idea it would resonate the way that it did?
I had no idea how big it was gonna get. I think what I did know was that my true fans were gonna love it. Like I just knew that. I knew that the people that have been listening to my music for a while were gonna fall in love with it because I really liked it. But I had no idea where it was gonna go. I think you can never really predict that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can never tell, but I love this song. Your voice is incredible. And then you have like this whole virtual world of performing. I believe you made your TV debut, right? Recently?
Yeah, I think TV was in like this summer was like my first ever time performing. So I've done done Kimmel twice now and Fallon
Yeah,
once, which was really, really crazy.
that is so crazy. How is that like doing a performance virtually? I guess you probably haven't, you haven't had a chance to perform in front of other people, but is it a lot more work, do you think, to just prep out the show and what the camera angles are going to look like rather than standing on stage and kind of just doing it live?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think there's so much you can do with the camera. Like, when you're on stage, it's like you got to perform out to people and then you don't really have a lot of control, but it's been a bit of a blessing in disguise because I have a lot more creative control, able to, what I want to be seen and what I think is going to be the best vision. So that's been, obviously a blessing, which has been cool.
And then we're here kind of on the tail end, hopefully, fingers crossed, of this pandemic, and festivals are getting announced. You're doing Bonnaroo, right?
Yeah, I'm so excited to announce the festivals I'm performing at. I've only been to one festival in my entire life, and that was Gov Ball. And
Really?
I'm just can't wait to go back. Like I can't wait to go to all these festivals and see actual people. I'm hella excited.
So you've only attended one festival in your life,
Yeah.
and then you're going to be performing at multiple festivals.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a very weird feeling.
It's going to be so crazy because, everybody's going to be singing your songs back to you.
That's honestly one of the most rewarding feelings. I mean, I've only been on tour once before, and it was only to like 7 cities. It was really small, but that like love that you get from the crowd is like no other. I really wish I could be touring right now in this second.
So you were on So You Think You Can Dance when you were younger, and you also got a chance to perform with Justin Bieber on his Purpose tour. Obviously, dancing is a huge part of your life. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I've been dancing since I was 6. And I basically was a competitive dancer for like the longest time. I thought I was going to grow up and be a professional dancer. That's what I thought I was going to do. I always dreamed of being like a singer, an artist, a pop star, whatever. But I never really knew how to get into the music industry. You never know. And then I started a YouTube channel and just started combining the two. And that's kind of, how it started. But dancing was a massive part of my life and still is.
And your mom's a dancer, right? So I'm sure you grew up, she was teaching you to dance.
Yeah, my mom's my dance coach. So there's that whole relationship too, where dance is just always in my life.
So what's a Tate McRae show in the future going to look like? Is it going to be an equal part of singing and dancing? Is your mom going to choreograph your dance moves?
No. It would not go so well. But there's for sure going to be dance moves. I mean, yeah. We're working on some cool things with a lot of dancing in it and singing. So I'm excited to see what happens, what it looks like.
but mom's not going to be choreographing. All right. She could probably teach me a thing or two because I am the worst dancer in the world. No one wants to see my moves.
There you go.
So you're actually the youngest artist to make it onto Forbes 30 under 30 list. What was that like finding that out?
I mean, that was just obviously a huge honor. I mean, Taylor Swift was one of the judges, and like, come on, how much better does it get than that? Like, I think it was such an honor. I've been looking at that list for years, and everyone knows it in my family, and I think it was just like, you know, it's so respected. I was just very, very honored. That's all I could really say about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Taylor Swift. Whew.
I know.
She's it. So speaking of Taylor, she was kind of like my role model growing up. Like I grew up listening to her songs. I would play the guitar in my bedroom, try to like sing like Taylor. I really wanted to be Taylor. But now you probably have a whole following of young girls that want to be like you. Do you feel like you have this sense of responsibility to be a role model?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you get handed a social media platform or something where you have to use your voice to speak up, it's a lot of responsibility. I mean, I'm 17, I'm growing up, I'm learning, and you know, it's a whole nother pressure knowing that you're not only teaching yourself things as you go along, you're teaching everyone else around you, and that's terrifying. You know, yeah. It's a lot of pressure, but I think, you know, I'm just grateful that I do have a platform to speak up because I'm 17, but I like have a lot to say. Annoyingly, I do.
Hey, even though you're 17, don't let anyone discredit anything you got to say, okay? So who's some people that you've looked up to and who have inspired you?
I have so many inspirations. I mean, I've grown up obviously like Taylor Swift, you know, Ariana Grande, Kehlani, SZA, Post Malone, The Weeknd. I think there's just so many idols that I have right now in the music industry that, you know, how could you not look up to them? That I feel like I take from every single person, each part of, you know, wanting to keep writing and going. But yeah, I have a lot of idols. I feel like I can't even make a list because it changes every single day.
Yeah. And, you know, you are so young, you're 17, you have this great platform, but you stay so grounded. What do you say to yourself to keep yourself true to who you are?
I think a big part of that is family. I mean, having a good base at home or keeping you grounded and stable is the most important thing. No matter how much you're traveling or doing stuff, it's just good to have a base. So I'm very lucky that I have, you know, a super awesome family who supports me through all this. But that's the most important in my eyes.
That's awesome. I really love to talk about mental health, and I think that it's really important that we don't talk about it enough as a society. What's something that you do for you, something you do for self-care, you do to unwind?
I mean, I write, I think. I mean, it's kind of obvious. That's the way that I get things out of me, is I'll write everything and anything down. And then you know, I feel like when things get stressful, I need to like talk about it with my close friends or close family members. But, you know, I feel like there's a lot of ups and downs, and I think it's just making sure that you have an outlet to speak to, whether it's like a sport or, you know, writing or singing, anything, as long as you just have something that you can go to. So you're not feeling like it's the end of the world every time something feels off or, you know, your head starts spinning again. That's the thing that I can say is I always need to just have that center point where you can come back to, so you're not feeling like you're, you know, gonna die.
Yeah. For sure, definitely. And I know you're not 21 yet, but Radio Now is actually turning 21 this year.
No, right.
Is there any and like where do you see yourself when you're 21? Like what do you hope that you have accomplished?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to see into the future, but hopefully I'm performing with my band and, I've had an album out. I mean, that's 3 years away, so 4 years away. I just want to make sure that I'm still releasing music. I'm living in LA. I have a place of my own, and I just feel settled. And so that's all I want to feel.
I like that. Feel settled. That's so important. And I feel like there's times where I don't feel settled yet, but we'll get there one day. What would you tell your future self? Like, what do you want to remember from this point in your life after you have gained more success, more of a following?
I would tell my future self to be present in the moment and not always look forward to the next thing. I have that anxiety inside of me comes up a lot where I'm like never satisfied with something I do. So I always have to like work harder to get to the next thing. And sometimes I think that sabotages me in a way where I am not present in the moment. And I just really hope that, as I'm maturing and getting older, that I am, appreciating what I'm doing and being really happy. That's it.
That's a great piece of advice. I think that we're always so busy, so on the goes, thinking, what's next? I think that we all just forget to live in the future. So I love that. So let's talk about music and what you've got going on right now. I know that you just dropped an EP, Too Young to Be Sad. What was the process like for dropping that EP?
That was such a weird process because majority of that EP was created in the pandemic. So, writing on Zoom, writing without not seeing people in a year is like a really hard process. I get a lot of my inspiration from the people around me and like my friends and drama and, that goes on. And I just literally couldn't draw from that. So I think I was just really proud of the fact that I whipped together this piece of work that I was really proud of without, being in the best circumstances and situations without people to help me. So it was a really crazy process.
It's a good EP too. Slower is my jam. Just so you know, I love that song. Your voice is incredible. And then you also dropped a music video for Bad Ones that you co-directed. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm getting into more of directing because I always have my vision for things, but I, didn't really know. Felt like I was too young to do stuff before this. And, I started writing treatments and now I'm going to start getting into the directing realm. I find it really interesting.
So you want to do more directing?
Oh yeah, I love it. I think it's so fun.
Do you ever see yourself getting into any of the acting world or anything like that?
Maybe when I'm older. I mean, right now it's for sure focused on music and dance, but maybe when I'm older, that'd be cool.
I can see it. I can definitely see it happening. So I think that I saw on TikTok that you did a little cover of Peaches.
Uh-huh.
And you did perform with Justin on the Purpose tour. So have you actually linked up with him musically?
Okay, I think Wikipedia's got that wrong. I didn't actually tour with him. I was 12. It was just I don't even think it was that big. It was he picked 4 dancers and each city, and it was my first concert. So I think that's why it was a big deal because I danced at my first concert.
It's a big deal. Don't undersell yourself. I mean, you didn't go on tour with them, but you performed on stage. I feel like that's huge. Don't undersell yourself on that.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I mean, I hope I can work with him in the future. I mean, I'm a big fan. That'd be really cool.
Is there anyone that you really are just dying to collab with? Who's your dream collab?
Post Malone.
Oh, I can see that.
I feel like it'd be like people that wouldn't expect it when I say that, but I feel like it would be so cool. I just want to be in a room with him. That's it.
Yeah, that would be fired. I'm definitely buying that, downloading it, everything when that comes out. Okay. And then Do you like what's your writing process like? Do you like to generally write alone with your piano? Do you like to collaborate with other people now that you're putting out more music? Are you finding that you're really enjoying just collaborating with new people?
Yeah, I mean, I like to have a producer in the room because, then I can get like a guitar loop going or, they can start creating the vibe of the room. But too many people, I think, like clouds my creative. So I usually like to just write in smaller rooms and then, spit out whatever I got to say.
That's good. That's good. And what are you working on next? Can you tell us? I know you got a song coming out with Regard and Troye Sivan.
Yeah.
Are you already writing that next album, the next EP? What's going on?
So yeah, I'm starting the process of writing my first album, which is crazy for me. And then I'm filming, I think, like 3 music videos while I'm here.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, there's a process of some performances, getting ready for festivals, stuff like that. There's a lot going on. I'm excited.
Staying busy. I love it. All right, let's play a quick round of what's your favorite. Just gonna ask you what's your favorite blank, and then you're just gonna give me a quick answer, okay?
All right.
All right, what's your favorite animal?
Puppy.
Did you say puppy?
Puppy, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go to specifics. What breed?
My dog is adorable. He's a little Yorkie.
Oh. All right, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Either salted caramel or cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream, my jam. Favorite TV show?
Currently, I just watched Behind Her Eyes and it was really good. I'm going through a binge series where I'm jumping back between like a really intense one and then Love Island. So
Oh, there we go. I love that. Favorite movie?
Ooh, what was one that I just saw? Oh, Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Great one.
That's
That's good. Favorite song?
Peaches by Justin Bieber is really good right now. I like that one.
It's the jam. It is my jam. Favorite season?
I like summer for sure.
Same. Is it because you have a July birthday?
It's because obviously, but I'm a summer baby. I love dressing warm.
I have a July birthday too, so I feel like I'm like very a summer person just for that reason only. Favorite place?
I have this one cabin right by my house in Calgary, and it's like the best place ever. All my friends go down to hang out and we go surfing, and it's really fun.
Surfing? Well, you know how to surf?
Well, surfing behind a boat, it's like different.
Okay.
But it's really fun. It's cool.
I would probably injure myself if I tried that. So I'll leave that to you.
Not as hard as you think, I promise.
And what's your favorite holiday?
Christmas, by far. I love
Same.
Christmas.
Same. Well, Tate, thank you so much for joining us today for Inspire Her. I love your music. Can't wait to see what you got going on. Can you tell everyone how we can connect with you?
You can connect with me. It's Tate McRae on all platforms. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Thanks, Tate.
Cool. Thank you. Bye.
Hope to see you when you come to Indy.
Perfect. Okay. See you.
See ya.